Here is two deep thinkers, Alex Jones and Tim Pool, trying to contemplate. Who is Michael Malice?
He's the third deep thinker in this group.
Who are these guys?
He's an author, columnist.
He's like a right winger. I think kind of a standard right winger. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we've played him before. He might be a radio guy.
Let's hear these guys. Sounds
the
like
perception of all our other elections that somebody wins, somebody loses, that's what's going to happen to Trump. And so the question is, Republicans aren't going to cry and scream and throw fits in the streets like the left did 4 years ago, like toddlers. But what is going to happen in this country? Before we went live, both of you guys were saying you think it really looks at societal, historical division and leading towards some very dangerous
points. What did you say,
points.
divorce?
Yeah,
you're not the first person to come here and say that either.
I am the first. I wrote an article about this in April 2016.
All right.
Saying it's time to disunite the states, that we've been held together with thumbtacks and strings since the beginning. There's at least two countries here, and we only got held together and one invaded and had occupied the other half. It's ridiculous that people, David Korn, I think from The Nation, he's a big hardcore cathedral operative. He was tweeting out, Republicans are trying to destroy democracy and have a coup. Every election's a coup. Every election is a lot of people do not want this person.
It's electoral war.
Yeah.
It's all stylized war.
Yeah, and because you have more people, therefore I get nothing and I got to sit at home and shut up. No, I'm not going to.
No, in a republic, everybody knows this, but I'll say it for those that don't. If 51% vote in a constitutional republic to enslave the other 49, you can't have it. But in a democracy, they had black stones and white stones in ancient Greece, and routinely they would vote to kill somebody. They didn't like what they had to say. And if 51% said kill you, they did. In a republic, folks, we protect property. We protect life. We protect self-defense. And we say, hey, there's certain things enshrined you can't do.
Yeah. So these are the patriots that want to break up the United States.
I mean, let's be clear. It's a fairly there is a fairly clear division that has existed in this country for an extended period of time, and the voting patterns, largely bear this out between the North and the South. But the idea that you're going to say that like every election is a coup, you're basically trying to define the word out of existence. Right? I mean, that's what the project is there for that guy. Is like, we're just going to make it that there's no difference between a coup or an election or violence and nonviolence. An electoral war. I guess elections are a war by other means. And so,
by voting.
Exactly. It's just absurd.
It's just a really pussified version of Alex Jones. This is the guy who's ready for the final showdown between good and evil. And now he's making it an electoral war.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right. It's an embarrassment. It's
my new show, Electoral Wars.
It's an embarrassment for a guy who was basically blowing the lid off this whole Bilderberger thing. Mm-hmm. And, the secret society and the changelings. And now he's just like, I don't like the election results in Georgia.
So that's basically a coup.
I also like that this guy took credit for the disbanding of the Union as the first guy to write it in 2016.
All these new ideas coming out in 2016 on the interwebs.
I know, it's like succession or secession and succession. I always mix those up. Secession and the breaking up of the Union, that's a completely new idea to the United States.